Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. Well, this young man is a real...
You ready? Are you ready?
And with that, we are underway in round one. As many of you know, this fighter lost his last fight by submission. To the surprise of some, he was submitted. Whoa! Oh, straight right. Oh, nice straight punch there. Must be nice to have a reach advantage like this, DC.
Nice.
He comes through with a big knee. And they separate. Oh, big left.
Man, he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, he's done.
He's done. He's done. What a fight.
Yes, sir, it goes into the books as a first-round win by knockout, near-perfect execution. The technique was absolutely gorgeous, and again, when you catch a guy early, maybe you're getting him cold before he's had a chance to work up a sweat or even get into the fight a little bit. Those strikes can have a bigger effect, and it certainly did here tonight. Bruce Buffer inside the octagon with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ethan Things called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 8 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Alexander Drago Volkov.
All right, so there he is, the man of the hour. What a massive knockout for him to get this win in style tonight.
He did everything he needed to do to find the knockout. Now he can celebrate with his family and friends as they earn this spectacular victory.
Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. Well, this young man is a really accomplished submission specialist, and sometimes fighters get offended when you call them a specialist, but most people know what he's trying to do in there, and to this point, no one's really been able to stop him.
John, he will try to pull guard. Who pulls guard anymore in the UFC at this point? But he understands that for him to be successful, the fight has to be in the grappling, in the jiu-jitsu. If he's able to extend these jiu-jitsu exchanges, he is the guy that is generally going to win. He understands position. He understands going from point A to point B. He always is the one controlling the underhook. Always has the frame. Just a knowledge of jiu-jitsu that not many people can match.
And you can be sure as he makes this walk tonight, he's thinking about just how quickly he can get this fight to the ground and utilize those aforementioned high-level submission skills. Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedown. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. More than a decade separates these two fighters when it comes to the age, with some differences in height, but big differences in reach. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, holding a defense.
Ready? You ready?
All right, so he lost his last fight by knockout, and there was nothing technical about it. It was a flush KO. He was knocked unconscious. Now he believes he has made the requisite adjustments to regain the momentum and vault back into contention. Easier said than done, obviously, against an opponent of this caliber, but he is as confident, despite what happened the last time out, as he has ever been before. We'll see if that translates to results here tonight. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing. Now he'll try to start attacking a rear naked choke from the top position. He is doing a really good job of relaxing, not panicking because he's getting choked.
And this might just be a matter of time.
He got it done.
Oh, he got it done, absolutely. He finishes his opponent by way of submission. Let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submissions.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That could hold up as one of the better subs of the year. Near perfect execution tonight. We now go to Bruce Buffer. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 46 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Bulldog.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.
Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. Well, this fighter has read the Marquess of Queensberry rules cover to cover. Truly one of the best boxers we have in the UFC today, and he works everything off of that jab.
Oh, yeah, the jab is what got him to the show. He is just a phenomenal boxer, and John, I love you throwing out the Queensberry rules in the walkout for this man because he signifies everything that is boxing. He's a guy that loves the sport. He wanted to take boxing on his back and bring it to mixed martial arts and show that it is as an effective form of combat as anything else. He said, I'll walk away from an Olympic opportunity to take my sport into the octagon and show that we are the best fighters in the world. And he's done that to this point in the UFC.
Well, this young man is a really accomplished submission specialist, and sometimes fighters get offended when you call them a specialist, but most people know what he's trying to do in there, and to this point, no one's really been able to stop him.
John, he will try to pull guard. Who pulls guard anymore in the UFC at this point? But he understands that for him to be successful, the fight has to be in the grappling, in the jiu-jitsu. If he's able to...
Are you ready?
After a big win by submission his last time out, we'll see what he does for an encore here tonight. Huge victory his last time out against a... Whoa! Oh!
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed. Straight punch lands.
Single collar tie there.
Oh, big elbow. Look at him yank the head and land that beautiful punch from the clinch. Watch knees to the body.
Gets tagged again on the inside. Oh, and there's the double leg takedown for him. Beautiful entry there. Solid strike on the ground.
Got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke.
Well, he's got one hand in, one hand out. Now what you're looking for defensively. And this might just be a matter of time. Masterfully done with the power bomb. Looked like maybe he'd get submitted by that triangle choke. Instead, he turns the tide. We'll see where it plays out from here. And he gets it. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Goes upstairs for an elbow.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here. There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent.
And this might just be a matter of time. Oh, and he chokes him to sleep with the arm triangle. Again, pick your poison on the ground with this guy.
All that pressure on the side of your neck. I don't know the artery, John. I'm pretty sure you might. You get all that pressure on that artery, and it puts you to sleep. What is it?
I think it's the carotid artery, and a lot of fighters say they've got a pretty good feel for it. He certainly did that.
That's why you got to have friends that are like encyclopedias. John Ennis, my encyclopedia.
My God. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He was able to get the fight.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes.
Man, it's crazy. Seems like just yesterday you staring up at the posters all wide-eyed. You've been through a lot. Hell, I put you through a lot. But it was all...
Ready. You ready to fight?
All right, so here we go with round one, and fear is not a factor for him. He feels so confident in all of his skills, he don't care what... Oh! Oh! Well, you saw the tail of the tape. He has a reach advantage and made good use of it there with that punch. Straight right. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
He's landed that punch over and over again. What's he going to do to follow up? Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish.
Oh, nice right hand. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Oh, continuing to attack the head as that diving punch lands. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Oh, wow, that happened quickly as the fighter reverses position there on the ground.
Unbelievable position change. Wow, what a transition.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground.
He got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke. Needs to push the arm to the side, get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest.
And this might just be a matter of time. By submission, beautifully executed there on the ground. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
All right, so there is the consensus baddest man on the planet, the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion, your winner tonight by way of submission. He leaned on the grappling. That was the path of least resistance, and that is the man they are all chasing for UFC heavyweight gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 47 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to an arm triangle choke, and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Bulldog.
There is a new baddest man on the planet. There's the new UFC heavyweight champion. You don't get them all right, BC, but you thought this was going to be the result, and we got a new champ.
I mean, he has so much power and such an ability to shut the lights off that you almost saw it coming. Congratulations to the new baddest man on the planet.
All right, coming up next, a matchup to determine the baddest man on the planet. The UFC heavyweight title is on the line. Well, for a long time, he's...
Ready. Ready to fight?
All right, so here we go with round one. A few months ago, he became the baddest man on the planet, the UFC heavyweight champion. But he is really not resting on his laurels. He said that is not enough. In order to really be the champ, I've got to defend this belt. A lot of heavyweight champions haven't been able to do so. This is a belt that changes hands a lot. He says, I'm going to change history. I'm going to be the longest reigning UFC heavyweight champion. That begins here and now with title defense number one.
Now it's his mount.
Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Side control now. Elbow. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Volkov gets pounded here on the ground. The elbow there doing the damage.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. Back mount now. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
Oh, and he gives up his back. This is not a fighter.
Now he'll try to start attacking a rear naked choke from the top position. He is doing a really good job of relaxing, not panicking because he's getting choked. Oh, he might have got him with a choke.
There is the tap. So he submits courtesy of the rear naked choke. That guy's got a squeeze on him.
He does a great job securing the position, getting under the neck, and then hiding his hands in order to get the finish. Fantastic performance by this fighter. It's over. Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah, it came down to tap out or go to sleep, and his opponent chose the former. The choke was clearly sunk in deep. Perfect technique, and ultimately that is one of the bigger wins of his career. He gets it done by submission here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So there he is, the baddest man on the planet, UFC heavyweight champion of the world, a title that every heavyweight wants. He has it after the win by submission here tonight. He leaned on the grappling, and he got the job done in a big way.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 4 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke and still.
Today, I want to see you sharp and quick. Yes, I like what I saw today. That was some beautiful work. Today, we're really gonna tighten it up. Here we go. I love those strikes. I love those strikes. Nice combination there. Fast, smooth, strong. That's what we're doing today. Awesome. Man, your next opponent is gonna be no match for you. All right, you ready? I want to see good technique and form this round. Great! Man, your next opponent is gonna be no match for you.
All right, coming up next, a matchup for the UFC heavyweight division title.
Ready? You ready to fight?
All right, here is round one of this UFC heavyweight championship fight. The baddest man on the planet, there he is in the flesh. He has defended this title in the past, and despite the fact that this has been a belt that has changed hands quite a bit, not since this man has held it down. We'll see if he can keep his championship legacy going here tonight. Well, you saw the tail of the tape. He has a reach advantage and made good use of it there with that punch. Able to thwart the single leg takedown attempt there. And they separate.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Visibly limping here.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Just missing on the high kick there. And he landed the right hand there. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
Real quick leg kick.
Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You like this guy.
I like this guy a ton. And to watch him punch, I just puts a smile on my face.
Good work blocking the knee.
It's such a fast leg kick.
Flush right hand is true. Looking to land the leg kick now. Takedown defense holds up.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick. Oh, clinch position. Watch the knees and the elbows come now. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Able to check that kick as well.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Whiffs on the straight leg. Oh, he gets the takedown. Could ill afford that.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Looking for a guillotine.
guillotine.
Nicely done. Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to land big shots to the top.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up at the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
Deep breath. All right. Now, I need you to refocus and we're going to take this fight in a different direction. I want you to start.
Round 2 is upon us. Your thoughts on round 1, champ?
Round 1 was a very close round. Both guys had their moments, but nobody has really went out ahead in the race as we go into the second round.
Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length. Of course, it's another to use it effectively. Beautiful job with that jab. Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off. Nice punch lands over the top.
Slipped that offering from his opponent. In the past, we've seen him sort of lean on the toughness. Tonight, he's leaning on the defense.
And you see the evolution of the fighter in front of us. He doesn't have to be tough anymore. The more he can slip strikes, the longer he can prolong his career.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Just over 3 minutes to go. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round 1. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has
Great timing on that beautiful takedown. Now he's chasing the triangle.
And this could be trouble here. Looks like it's pretty tight. He's trying to work his head out of harm's way.
It might be over. Oh!
Well, he's got one hand in, one hand out. Now what you're looking for defensively. Not tapping out tonight. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submission.
Whiffs on that offering.
Ooh, head kick lands and he's hurt.
Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked. That's a big hook.
He got him.
Well, he's got the kicking game going tonight. Lands another one there.
A beautiful kick, and all I can think of, better him than me.
Looking to set up a knee of his own. And they separate. 10 minutes in the books. All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it if you would.
Tit for tat.
All right, DC, here we go with our next round, and we'll see if he can pick up where he left off. High volume of strikes landed in the previous round.
High volume of strikes landed. He was able to be accurate, but also very, very active in his approach to the start of this fight. Big punch lands. Ooh.
Top, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful laser change. Make him think he's going low and then come right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch.
All right, so another swing and a miss, and I'd imagine if your gas tank is this low, you got to find times to try to preserve that energy and get yourself back to a place where you can actually dole out some damage.
Yeah, you got to get out to space, find places to rest and recover. Get against the octagon, go to the clinch, find ways to...
Thunderous leg kick rounds his opponent, tried to stay upright, but man, that changed the complexion of this fight.
Johnny hurt really badly by that one big leg kick.
Oh, it looks like he's transitioning on ball.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys. He's gonna attack armbar here.
Then he's out. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground...
Working on a guillotine.
Watch guillotine.
He might get a finish here. Oh, what a beautiful counter to the guillotine there. Gets side mount, and now maybe the Von Flue choke will be there. Logan St. Preux has got to like that transition there. Wow. All right, full guard now, DC.
And for the guy on top, he needs to build posture or just go to the next position, start shoving that knee through, trying to get the half guard, which in turn will lead to he's going to start looking to try to attack a rear naked choke, and that's exactly what he's doing. He is doing a really good job of relaxing, not panicking because he's getting choked. Yeah, notice he just took the body triangle, readjusted the lock, and now it looks like he's got it.
There is the tap. So he submits courtesy of the rear naked choke. That guy's got a squeeze on.
He does a great job securing the position, getting under the neck, and then hiding his hands in order to get the finish. Fantastic performance by this fighter. It's over. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you can tell he has been working hard on his submissions in his training camp. That was a near-perfect setup on that choke. Sunk it in deep, and the opponent had no choice but to tap out or go to sleep. He chose to tap out. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He was able to get the fight to the ground exactly where he wanted it. Eventually, his opponent gave him an opportunity to get a submission. He did that, and he should be very proud of the work he did tonight in the octagon.
All right, so there is the consensus baddest man on the planet, the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion, your winner tonight by way of submission. He leaned on the grappling. That was the path of least resistance, and that is the man they are all chasing for UFC heavyweight gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 18 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by tap out.